Hi, it's Kim Scholl, the Life Journey Coach, and I'm coming at you today to give you a few tips on how to deal with fear. I've got 4 tips for you, so hang in there for just a moment and I'll get to them. I want to talk about fear because it's the thing that holds us back. Maybe it's the thing that holds us back from trying something new. Maybe it's the thing that holds us back from really delving into a problem we're having in our life. Or maybe it's the fear of, I don't even know where to start. I'm just afraid to keep putting one foot forward because I don't know where I'm going. Fear is huge. It holds us, not just holds us back, but it also kind of shifts our priorities. When you have something you really have to tackle and there's fear involved, you tend to sidetrack yourself with all the little things in the world that have to be done so that you don't have to really tackle the big problem. And then the end of the day comes and you drop yourself into bed and go, oh, tomorrow's another day. Well, I have 4 tips for you. Number 1, you have to get the facts. The thing about fear is it's an emotion. It's something we feel. But if we can step away from the emotion and look at just the facts, it will help us put the fear in perspective or realize some of the things that we are afraid of might not be as bad as we thought they would be. So one example would be if you're facing financial difficulty. You have to sit down and factually look at not just where your money is coming in and where it's going out, but where could you make cuts in your spending or where could you make more money. There are always options to look at once you have the facts. Without those facts, you just kind of live in the fear of the unknown. Number 2, start to take control of the things you have power over. So if we go back to that example of money being an issue and you're afraid of the future, start to really look at what do I have control over. I control how much I spend. I control where I spend it. I control how often I spend it. And I can control usually my ability to make more money. And that would be, okay, so my boss isn't going to give me a raise. Well, there are a lot of part-time things you can do. Maybe just go get a part-time job through a season or just to get you through a bad spot. Yes, you'll be tired, but maybe that's what you need to do. Or if you're a stay-at-home mom, or even if you're not, and you want to get to a place where you no longer have to have the job, then maybe the option would be find a home-based business that suits you and is something you can be excited about, that you can create your own hours over, put your own effort into. The third thing I would say is share the burden. Holding all that fear inside of ourselves just sends us into a tailspin, and it's hard because we don't want to be vulnerable, especially if part of our fear is entrenched in a problem in a relationship. So I will say this, when you share the burden, you have to be careful who you share it with. You can't just go to your best friend and think she's going to give me all the answers, because normally a best friend, we're going to commiserate with you. We're going to say, that's right, you're right, he's wrong. And that might not be what you need to hear at the moment, but it's what we're going to tell you. Other places you can find support. Maybe there's a group at your church that's dealing with the problem you're dealing with. Go online. There are lots of chat rooms and message boards and online services. Maybe you'll find a friend online, someone who will support you through a major change or through a major struggle. And if you don't feel like you have a safe person, maybe seek a professional. Remember, this is your life we're talking about. So get the support you need. Don't bury this one. Don't hold on to it alone. And then finally, refocus your mind. Every time that little fear comes up and the worry and the doubt, refocus into the future. Refocus into what could be better. If we're coming up against a temptation, let's say you struggle with your diet and that temptation to have something sweet late at night and you know you shouldn't, well, if you refocus your mind, if you drink some water, I mean, there are physically things you can do, but the mind is so powerful. And when you focus on what you want instead of where you are, you start to be able to get through the clutter of fear and through the clutter of the I don't knows and the what ifs and the worries. So to recap, we have 4 tips for dealing with fear. Number 1, get all the information and facts you can. Number 2, start to control the little things that you can. Number 3, find some support, share the burden. And number 4, refocus your mind, refocus your thinking, talk more positively to yourself. So if you want more information, if you want to know more about how to help yourself, if you want to talk with me, you know where to find me, the website right below. Until the next time I talk to you, it's Kim Scholl, the Life Journey Coach, signing out.